Welcome students. Welcome to the class of Pharmaceutical Jurisprudence. In today's lecture we are going to discuss functions of Pharmacy Council of India. Firstly, the function of Pharmacy Council of India is to prescribe minimum standards of education required for qualification as a pharmacist. For this function, Pharmacy Council of India drafts education regulation. Education regulation broadly explains regarding minimum qualifications required for admission to the various pharmacy courses, then duration of various pharmacy courses, the details of the syllabus of that courses, examination regarding that courses, practical training, and minimum facilities required for conducting such courses and practical training. These are mentioned in education regulations. Second function of Pharmacy Council of India is to regulate minimum standard of education. In first function, they have already prescribed minimum standards of education. So that what should be the minimum facilities required for any institution which is carrying course of pharmacy. For regulating what Pharmacy Council of India does, that they appoint certain inspectors which regularly inspect these premises and give check whether the minimum standards of educations are being followed by that institute or not. If they are having minimum standards, then only they can run the course of pharmacy. So such kind of inspections carried out by the inspectors of Pharmacy Council of India to regulate the minimum standards. This is function of Pharmacy Council of India. Next function is to recognize qualification granted outside the territory and for registration under the Act. Suppose there are some qualification outside India and regarding pharmacy, and those persons with such qualification want to register as a pharmacist in India, then they must be recognized, and for this recognition there is function of Pharmacy Council of India. It decides that which qualification to be considered for or recognized for this registration as a pharmacist in India. Next function is to compile and maintain a central register for pharmacists containing all the names of persons for time being entered in the state registers. So for registration after any course of pharmacy, we have to register in state registers, particular state, but from that state the names are transferred to central register, and this is function of Pharmacy Council of India to maintain, compile from collect from all the states and compile it and maintain central register of pharmacies. And last function is any other function assigned for fulfillment of objective of the Act. Means any other function which Pharmacy Council of India thinks fit that it is necessary for the fulfillment of the objective of the Act, that what purpose the Pharmacy Act has been established, for fulfilling that purpose this section or this function is necessary, that function Pharmacy Council of India can carry out. Then we will discuss the President and Vice President of Pharmacy Council of India. How the President and Vice President of Pharmacy Council of India are decided. So they are elected from among the members of Pharmacy Council of India. We have already discussed in earlier lecture that who are the members or what is constitution of Pharmacy Council of India. Among that member there is election, and in that election the President and Vice President are elected. Once they elected, what is the tenure of their position or office? They hold the office for 5 years. After 5 years again the elections will be there, and new President and Vice President will be elected, and they are also having right of re-election. Means even if at next time they wish to contest the election, they can contest the election and they have right of re-election. So these are functions of Pharmacy Council of India, and the appointment of President and tenure of President period and Vice President. Now we will discuss terms of office and casual vacancies in Pharmacy Council of India. First, nominated or elected member shall hold office for term of 5 years. So the Constitution of Pharmacy Council of India, all the members will hold office only for 5 years. It is the term of office for 5 years for Pharmacy Council of India, whether the member is nominated or elected. Next, a nominated or elected member may resign his membership at any time by writing to President. Seat of such member remains vacant. Means any person either nominated or elected can resign at any time, but he has to give resignation in writing to the President of Pharmacy Council of India, and such seat remains vacant. What happens with this with such seat we'll discuss in next clause. Third, a nominated or elected member should have to vacate his seat if he is absent without excuse for 3 consecutive meetings in the opinion of council. Means suppose the member is there, either he is nominated or elected, and there are he is absent for 3 consecutive meetings and without any excuse, and opinion of council is that he is not having a valid reason to be absent for such meetings for 3 consecutive meetings, then he has to vacate his position. Then next, a casual vacancy in above cases. If suppose there is a vacancy by about B and C clause, that shall be filled by fresh nominations or elections. Whatever the earlier vacant position was elected, if suppose nominated post was vacated, then nomination will be there. If elected post will be vacated, then election will be there. So fresh nomination or election will be there, and person such nominated or elected to fill the vacancy shall hold office only for the remainder of the term only. Means, for example, one person resigns for after 4 years of his tenure and 1 year is remaining, then fresh elected person will only hold office for remaining 1 year. So remainder of the term only applicable for fresh elections or fresh nominations. And lastly, the member of the Central Council shall be eligible for re-nominations or re-elections. Means suppose a person become member of Pharmacy Council of India, and after tenure of 5 years of term, again he wants to be member of that Pharmacy Council of India, then he has right to re-nomination or re-elections. So these are terms of office and casual vacancies at Pharmacy Council of India. Next we will discuss staff remuneration and allowances. The Central Council make appointments in his staff, in its office, like registrar of the office, secretary of the office, treasurer of the office, or some other officers and servants, and can explain their duties as per their norms. Then, with prior permission of central government, Pharmacy Council of India may fix salary, remuneration and allowances for president, vice president, various officers and servants, even registrar, secretary, treasurer. So with prior permission from central government, they may fix these amounts of salary and remunerations. Next thing, we are going to discuss the executive committee. So there is also a committee which is established under Pharmacy Council of India, that is called as executive committee. It is having executive rights to carry out. So what is the constitution of this executive committee? In this committee, there are ex officio members. 2 ex officio members are there. One is president, who is president of Pharmacy Council of India, who is chairman of this committee, and also second member, who is ex officio member, is vice president of Pharmacy Council of India. And there are also 5 other members elected by the council among them members themselves. Means from among all the members of Pharmacy Council of India, 5 members are again elected as a member of the executive committee, and this executive committee carry out some executive functions given by the Pharmacy Council of India. Next thing is power of council to make regulations. What are the powers of council to make regulation? There are various minor and major powers given to the council. First, they can constitute any committees whenever required or whenever necessary. Various committees can be constituted. They can lay down rules and procedure for working of Pharmacy Council of India. Then they can determine the qualifications, terms of office, powers and duties for inspectors or president, vice president, registrar, secretary. For everything, they can determine what should be the qualification, what should be terms of office and powers and duties. Then they can fix rate of travel allowances for president, vice president or any other officers. Then they can decide modes of election, that the elections for selecting members, in which way the manner the election can be carried out. The mode of election can be decided under the power of Council of Pharmacy Council. Next, function, duties and powers of executive committee. So we have seen the constitution of executive committee. So what should be the duties of this executive committee? What should be the functions of this executive committee, and what should be the powers? That all decided by the Pharmacy Council of India. And lastly, to furnish minutes of meeting and annual report to the central government. So whatever functions the Pharmacy Council of India carry out, or whatever meetings it carried out, such minutes of meetings of executive committee as well as other committees, and total annual report of whatever work Pharmacy Council of India has done in year is made or it's handed over to central government, and will be some guidelines from central government regarding that 1 year work of Pharmacy Council of India. So these are the powers of Pharmacy Council of India. So we have seen the functions as well as the time tenure of president, vice president, then appointment of staff, remuneration of staff, the executive committee, and powers of councils of India. In next lecture, we will discuss education regulations.